We're in Oregon, a lot of stuff to do. Central Oregon, a lot of stuff to do.
Public lands are very important.
The feeling of peace and awesomeness that you get when you're outside.
It's being able to interact with landscapes that you can see, but you see it from a completely different perspective when you're on a wall.
We don't look at this like a sport. We truly think of it like a lifestyle.
I would say the community is very supportive. Granted, we still encounter roadblocks.
The dawning of a new day shines a light across the high desert, revealing its beauty.
We know that being in these different environments can have a calming presence on us.
Providing us the spark to move across the landscape.
Just being able to get the miles in is huge. So having access to be able to do that is huge.
Thousands of acres of easily accessible public lands lie at Ben's back door. Plenty of pathways to run, pedal, ski, and explore. Wrapped in all those ways to recreate, there's a community of people stoked to get after it. But for some, stepping out the door into the great outdoors might not be so easy.
There's a lot of things. We usually only think of cost when it comes to the barriers outdoors, but transportation is a big one.
People don't always have access to it, or they're not as informed. Maybe because of like a language barrier.
Let's be honest, Bend is super white, and so it's, I think if you are a person of color looking for that sort of community, it's gonna be really, really hard to find it.
I've been in the bike industry for 22 years now, and in the first decade is when I sort of noticed that I felt like I was the only woman.
Meet the people breaking those barriers, hurdling the roadblocks, and welcoming others into the natural world.
The lack of diversity is certainly noticeable. More and more people, more and more diverse people are entering the outdoor space. So making sure that there's an organization or some sort of framework to show people that there is community for them, no matter what they look like.
There's a national organization doing just that right here in Central Oregon.
My name is Hannah Anderson, and I work with the Outdoors to Oath, an organization that is focused on providing people with a guidance on how to take action for the planet, inclusion, and adventure.
Inclusion out here opens more eyes to the world around us, opens these experiences to more people.
To try to break down those barriers in really small ways.
Something as simple as sharing knowledge.
Not just, for outdoor specific things, but it's just creating a better understanding of each other.
Some of us haven't been sending it since we could walk. We come from different places, different backgrounds.
I'm adopted, so I have a white family. And I think that the family I grew up in, generationally had camping experience. Whereas, a lot of people who grew up with me, who looked like me, or who were other people of color, didn't grow up with that generational, knowledge sharing.
It's not just knowing how or where to start, but having the money to gear up.
The economic cost or barrier is certainly one of the components of why we don't see more BIPOC individuals outdoors, or why we don't see more low-income families outdoors.
And if the pitch isn't steep enough, there's outright discrimination.
It might not be as prevalent to you if you haven't personally experienced it, or if you're not from a community that has been marginalized in the outdoors.
Barriers the Oath is working to break through events, trainings, and online resources.
There are organizations and people willing to stay in Bend and commit to building that community and building orgs that are going to help people, access the reason why most people move here.
The natural world, bringing people together to recreate on the people's lands. On the public lands in Central Oregon, Steve Kaufman, Central Oregon Daily News. It looms large over Central Oregon's western skyline. a 9,065-foot volcano, drawing visitors who dream of becoming locals. Mount Bachelor.
I moved here so I could partake in all these activities.
Kip Westland came over the hill from Portland for the same reason many of us landed in Central Oregon.
Like, I can work a full day and go get a full mountain bike ride after work, or I can come ski half a day.
But Kip had another objective, different from most of us.
I also moved here very intentionally to be part of Oregon Adaptive Sports. It's just a huge community of adaptive athletes.
He was diagnosed with a progressive neurological disease when he was younger.
So I wanted to do all this stuff, but I was losing ability to walk. So I skied until I was about 15, 16, and then I kind of fell away from all these active sports until early 30s.
After spinal cord injuries ultimately put him in a wheelchair, Kip got back into the game thanks to OAS.
It's just a chance to actually grow with other people in your peer group.
First time I ever met anybody with a spinal cord injury that's an athlete.
And at the annual Turns and Berms event, Kip, along with other adaptive athletes from around the country, spent the morning at Mount Bachelor and the afternoon on Ben's mountain bike trails.
I am here to share this experience with the community. It is so much more enjoyable to me to ski with peers than just come up and ski myself.
Shredding with others who have that shared life experience. OAS and the Kelly Bush Foundation host the weekend event, giving these folks a taste of the popular Central Oregon spring pastime of skiing and mountain biking in the same day.
There you go. Nice. Fun.
OAS runs programs for adaptive athletes and works with resort staff to help address adaptive skiers' needs around the hill. And organizations like KBF provide grants and funds to purchase adaptive equipment like these monoskis that can run anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000. For able-bodied folks, access is infinite. But after a life-changing injury or diagnosis, there's a lot of questions, a lot of no's.
It's freeing. When you get out there and do it, you are no longer just a wheelchair user. I think it really evens the playing field. You're just a skier.
It was marketed as an extreme sport, and I think that was a big barrier for entry for women. Not having a community to enter into an intimidating sport like this can also be a barrier.
Saddle up.
Bend, push, yes, don't throw the body back.
Camp is in session.
Ladies All Ride is a series of mountain bike skills camps for women where we use mountain biking as our tool for growth and change.
Lindsay Richter sees power in two wheels.
The mountain bike can be a metaphor for life. We really like relating mountain biking to life to help women see just how it relates in terms of facing fears, learning how to look ahead to keep your wheels rolling, how to keep moving forward.
Her cycling career rolled from racing to coaching over a decade ago.
We're trying to be very blatant about the fact that we welcome all walks of life.
Yeah, girl.
The adrenaline-fueled sport mellowed into a form of recreation attainable to the masses.
We want to make sure that people hear that they are welcome here and that they are in an environment where we hope they feel like they belong.
Her vision to get more women on bikes has taken off.
My goal was to invite more women into the sport, first and foremost, so I could have more friends to ride with.
Now she's got riding partners at almost any trailhead she drops into.
Chin, forward, more forward.
Clinics are held all over the U.S. at some of the top mountain bike destinations.
Push, return.
Of course, Bend is a stop. Staffed with coaches and assistants to teach, inspire, encourage, and lend a hand.
I got you. Woo! The bike connects these women. It gives them something to explore together, enjoy together, work on together.
creating a community of not-be-tired enthusiasts able to tackle whatever the trail throws at them.
You don't have to make mountain biking extreme to get out on a bike, get out in nature, and build community around a sport that brings so many health benefits into our lives.
From mountain to trail, these organizations work to welcome everyone outside.
You're out of the saddle. Yes!
To experience the sports that make Bend a hub for outdoor recreation. On the public lands in Central Oregon, Steve Kaufman, Central Oregon Daily News. In a classroom this beautiful,
We do discuss all of the different plant life.
it can be hard to pay attention.
We'll talk about animal adaptations and how do they survive the winter.
Lake and Bose gets kids outdoors through Discover Your Forest.
The nonprofit partner of the Deschutes and Ochoco National Forest and the Crooked River Grassland.
A public face to the bureaucracy of land management in Central Oregon.
They are public lands. Public lands are for everybody. When we talk to youth about it, we come out and we say, who owns this land? And they give us a variety of answers, and we always flip it back and we say, you own this land, and so do we, and it's here for all of us to access.
Last year, the organization got over 6,500 kids outside during their summer and winter programs.
It's a lot of kids.
Educational programs provided free of cost to students in the Jefferson, Crook, and Deschutes County school districts.
Making sure that students have the opportunity to visit their public lands, learn about their public lands, and specifically learn about how are we impacted by these lands even if we're not accessing them every single day.
Opening young eyes to the world around them with a lesson this outdoor educator hopes reaches the adults. Because attendance in nature's classroom is up.
We do see that more folks are recreating in the outdoors post-pandemic, which I think is just a golden opportunity to share our public lands with more people so that they can get the same benefits that other folks who have traditionally had access receive.
This is Lake Week, and so we're at Scout Lake today, just bobbing around the lake.
It's a scene that plays out around the high lakes on the national forests in the Cascades.
Tried to bring paddleboards out here, but usually the logs are enough entertainment.
Veronica Vega has found the picture-perfect classroom for summer fun.
We see the benefit by just having unstructured play outside. We think it opens up creativity pathways, just allowing kids to see what nature offers, being observers of nature, feeling a part of nature.
Camp Chica gives these girls a taste of the outdoors.
It's also just exposure and creativity of what could be possible.
She started the camp a few years ago. The program has since merged with Vámonos Outside.
Now Camp Chica fully serves Latinx BIPOC girls and is a girl-specific program.
It's part of Vámonos Outside's mission to promote an inclusive outdoor culture in Central Oregon.
There's incredible amounts of stuff when you're taking 14 kids, 15 kids outside.
Luckily, she has help.
Feels pretty good. It feels amazing that they're learning a lot from us and that we get to take them on adventures with us.
Making sure that they have everything they need, making sure that they feel safe, they're having fun.
Eileen Rios-Franco and Myra Ramirez are interns through the Green Jobs program.
Mine was so much harder.
I know.
Summer internships designed to expose youth to career paths in the outdoor industry.
That representation of being able to see someone else hiking, biking, swimming, all the things that we're taking them to do. They have, someone older than them who looks like them.
Role models for these day campers.
That way they have like someone they can relate to. They see someone who looks like them, and most of us, we kind of grew up the same, like having immigrant parents and like growing up here. Helping our parents, growing up, being like translators and all that.
They have common ground in certain senses.
It's really, really fun. I enjoy being here with the girls, spending time with them outdoors.
What Vámonos Outside and Camp Chica are doing is really the essence of building an outdoor community.
It was very lonely in that sense for many years. I moved here to mountain bike and to do all those things, and I really never got to speak Spanish.
I see my younger self in them, and I didn't have like as many opportunities as they have right now. So I really enjoy it. I really enjoy like being there for them.
It's just super cool because that's what I would have wanted when I was a little girl.
I got No, tú los dejaste. It really has given me a sense of community within the outdoors to be able to interact with families, not just kids, but families, multi-generation, and it's been really, really special.
Our public lands can be a harsh place, unforgiving and desolate, while at the same time rejuvenating and empowering.
As people who recreate in these beautiful areas, it's important to remember that all of this is connected, it's all intersectional.
I found mountain biking and outdoor sports to be one of the best mental health healers I've ever experienced.
I think just being outside and observing nature, again, opens up those creative pathways.
Yeah, everybody should have this experience.
In a landscape so diverse, these people are opening doors, creating community, giving everyone the chance to find adventure, to feel alive.
As we know, these public lands are for everybody, so creating that welcoming environment out here can really make a difference in somebody's life.
Before, when I would go to some of these trailheads, I wouldn't see many women. Now I feel like I almost see more women than men.
I like seeing people who look like me being outside, enjoying the outdoors and everything.
So it's freedom.
On the public lands in Central Oregon, Steve Kaufman, Central Oregon Daily News.